Chatting with G Money on every mobile network.
G Money, BG, chatting with G Money.
To the guest of honor, Mr. Anitofa, to our partners of the Sharks Quiz program, to the ever lovely quiz mistress, Madam Evelyn Ejapon, to heads of schools present here, to all teachers, to parents, to coaches, to students, and to the teaming fans who have thronged to the Executive Theatre of TV3 to witness the finale of Sharks Season 7. Greetings. I believe that this platform is probably the foremost when it comes to intellectual gymnastics. So students have been bombarded with questions, right from questions in Egypt, through the USA, from Australia, down to Accra and beyond. We believe that especially for today's learner, it is important that a student is able to be aware of the environment around him and able to understand what is going on around him. And that's why the approach of the quiz has always been to have the practical approach. It's not just about what you have studied, but whether or not you are able to apply what you have studied to the everyday world. Because we want to make sure that our students, our candidates, are able to match up with students from the rest of the world. Because it's a global village, and you're not just competing at your level. In the next 10 years to come, you'll be going on an interview with the students from India, from China, from the students from the USA, from Canada, from everywhere. And so it's important that you have that world global mindset. And that's why it's important that a quiz like this should create a platform for students to be able to excel globally. I would like to, at this point, thank our sponsors who have been really gracious to us. There are partnerships that have really spurred us on and helped us to be able to get to where we are. Our payment partner who is coming big this year, and we are very happy with the support that you are given. And if you've been following over the weeks, you realize that round 4 this season is called the G Money Round, where students or the schools get a token for answering correctly. They've been really supportive, and we want to thank G Money. A round of applause, G Money. We are hoping that this is a partnership that will continue year on, even as we look forward to the coming seasons. I also want to thank Fidelity Bank. They are repeat sponsors this year. I want to thank MTN and MTN Foundation for supporting us this season. I want to thank our educational institutions that are partners to this program: Ashesi University, Academic City University College, Family Health Medical University. I also want to thank the University of Free State, South Africa, for partnering us in this journey. In fact, they've been with us for the past 3 seasons, and so we are so grateful to them. We are very open to partners and more partners to come and support this auspicious program, this worthwhile event, something that is really impacting students and will actually add to the human capital of our country. And so we are really opening up and throwing out, asking for partners out there who are willing to give back to society, to reach out to us, so that we can take this further and further. Because in the years to come, we see this becoming bigger and bigger and better. I just want to wrap up with the prizes that we have this year. So this season, again, we have cash prizes for the first, second, third, and fourth. The first school, winning school, will take back home or back to their school a cash prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis. The finalists, 5,000 Ghana cedis. The third place, 3,000 Ghana cedis. And the fourth place, 2,000 Ghana cedis. But that's not all. All schools will also have goodies that they are going to win, courtesy prizes from our sponsors. And we also have individual prizes that we are giving to the individual students who will take away the trophies and the medals for the individual awards. We also have a surprise package. We have a surprise package this season, and we are very big on exposure. So what we do at the ATDP is to create platforms to amplify global opportunities for students. So some of the programs we run in tandem with the Sharks Quiz is the Ghana Olympiad Academy, where we allow for students to write international programs, and by virtue of how well they do, we travel with them for global exposure and global competitions. And we are not only mindful of the students who take part, we also want the coaches and the teachers to be exposed to know what's going on around them, because we believe that they are the real conduit, because once they're exposed, they are able to pass on that knowledge and information to the kids. And so this season, the surprise package is that one coach, and it's going to be the winning coach, right, at the junior level and also at the senior level, will join us on one of our educational trips, fully sponsored. So coaches, this is the time to pray hard. If you don't have your passports ready, maybe you should start making calls. You never know. Should you win, you have the opportunity of joining us for one of, I won't tell you where, because we have like 10 or 11 trips coming up from now to the end of the year. So one of them you are likely to join us. Thank you very much to all of you. I'm looking forward to a very exciting tournament. I know it will be a tough one. It always is. The Sharks Quiz is noted to be a tough quiz, and it's actually quite intentional, because we really need to push our students so that they can up their aim and up their ante. Thank you all so much. I'm looking forward to a good time. And once again, maybe I'll wrap up with our mantra: the Sharks Quiz, rise to the challenge. Thank you.
The Sharks Quiz. Fantastic. Now, it's not what you know anymore. It's what you can do with the information that you have. Are you with me? On that note, I want to make mention of Abel has spoken about the Sharks Quiz, but I also want to tell you about a trip that we took last year. He mentioned something about international mindedness. In other words, when we are in a place like this, we see ourselves as local, but we are not local anymore. I know schools, I used to teach in the US, and I know schools there or universities there that will have their students have an international exposure before they give them their certificates. Part of qualifying with this so-called international exposure business is that they'll bring them to Ghana. Are you with me? Because that's international experience. So all I'm trying to tell you is that we need to be international minded. We are not local anymore. Do I hear amen on that one? So our attitude and our abilities have to commensurate with what the great expectations are. And I said this to let you know the again, I'm talking about Abel and the staff who make these things happen. I led the delegation of about 70 people, including about 60 students, to Bali and Indonesia. Can you imagine the risk or the chance that people take to take people's children outside Ghana? First stop, Dubai. Second stop, Jakarta, Indonesia. Third stop, Bali. And we have to make sure that every kid is safe and is counted. Can you imagine taking a trip like this and not being efficient in what it is that you do? On that note, I want you to give Abel and his staff a resounding hand. And we're lucky to have had parents too who accompanied us, and also the coaches, like what he was saying. So take whatever coaching that you're doing for your schools, and I'm talking to other schools who are really watching this program today, take it seriously, because you might join the next batch of delegation that is going on these international matters. So, as we do this quiz, I want you to look at the bigger picture. I'm talking to the students now. This is the junior stage, and then you go on to the senior stage, and then I want you to open your minds to the bigger prizes. So on that note, congratulations, those of you who are here, and we wish that you have the best of answers for this particular program, and I'm way behind you, okay? Good luck, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Put your hands together for Mr. Andy so far. We'll move on to message from our sponsors. We have Comfort Redu, and she is the customer success manager for J Money. Put your hands together for J Money. They are on board fully.
If I say J Money, Papa Naba, then you say Chatum. So J Money, Papa Naba. Okay, right. So all protocols reserved. A little background. So G-Money is a dedicated electronic money issuer. We are licensed by BOG. We're established by GCB Bank in January 30th, 2020. We offer a bouquet of services where individuals and businesses can use us to send and receive money. You can use us to make payments. You can as well use us to make all your utility purchases like ECG, water bills with no charges at all. Right. So we are the payment partner for this program for the season 7. And we wanted to use this opportunity to reach out to all the students and be part of their learning journey. And then we also want to urge all parents out there to use this opportunity to sign up with us and join the G family. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, so lift it up, let us see. The Golden Book of Knowledge. So the winning school would go home with this gold-plated with a bit of black in there. Okay, so the action is about to begin. Are you ready? Are you sure you are ready? All right. The Sharks quiz. Are you ready for a showdown? And just like they do in the boxing, I was about to say let the rumble begin, but then let the show begin. Thank you very much.
Are you a motivated student interested in English, mathematics, science, and computational thinking? You want to stay competitive with hundreds of thousands of smart students from across the globe? Welcome to the Ghana Olympiad Academy. At the Ghana Olympiad Academy, we give access to students from grade 2 to SHS 3 to take part in international Olympiads. Candidates prepare and sit these exams online and get the chance to qualify for the Olympiads in rotating host nations across the world. Some of the international Olympiads include the International Junior Math Olympiad, Vanda Science Olympiad, Kangaroo Math, Hippo English Olympiad, Design Thinking, Robotics and Computational Thinking, amongst others. Join the Ghana Olympiad Academy today and catch up with the rest of the world academically. Go to www.GhanaOlympiadAcademy.com or WhatsApp 0570-898-762 for more.
The Sharks. Rise together.
we have Ifat Daniel. Let's clap for him. Ifat, come forward. Ifat Daniel. So, he is our mad shark. He is our mad shark. Then we have Eduji Christine. Eduji Christine. So, he's our science shark. Our science shark. And then we have our STEM shark to be Bentum Abuaji. Bentum Abuaji. So he is the STEM shark. And then we have our social literacy shark. And she is in the person of Nakaranita. Nakaranita. Social literacy. Then we have another powerful personality, and in fact, she writes all our letters, and we consult her if we want to make things. And she is our English shark, and she's the person of dance playing Abby. Okay. So, who is the judge?
The judge is God.
And why is he God?
Because he decides who wins and loses, not my opponent.
Who is the opponent?
He doesn't exist.
Why does he not exist?
Because he's a mere disincentive of the truth I speak.
Please clap for them. Clap for them. So, the golden book of knowledge. The golden book. One day you will also touch it. Thank you.
My name is Sister Paula Banglievo. I'm a teacher in Angela Preparatory School. We are so proud to get to this finals. We really prepared. This one, there is no doubt. Our children are prepared. The teachers, the coaches, everybody did their best. And we know we will make it, God willing. So we are so happy to have you, and we are so happy for our children. So God bless us all.
My name is ADG Christines from the Angela Sharks team season 7. And we are in the finale, and we are the first school to come to the finale on our first try. So we've made various preparations with our teachers and coaches, and we expect to win this season, and we are coming for the golden book of knowledge. The Sharks.
Rise to the challenge.
The Sharks.
Rise to the challenge.
As the principal of DPSI, today I feel extremely proud as my DPSI team of students are getting ready to compete in the finals against Angela DHS School. May the best team win, of course. However, I'm very, very sure that my team will do us proud this time too. They'll come out with flying colors this time too. As every year, we have had the trend of being the first in the Sharks quiz. And so this time, it's definitely going to continue in the same way. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Indrani Bhattacharjee, and I'm the team captain for Season 7 Junior Sharks DPSI's team. So we've been preparing a lot, of course. This is our 4th time in the finals, and obviously there's a lot of, there's a lot of pressure on us because we have to bring the trophy back home. We're the defending champions. And so we've been preparing for the past few weeks with our teachers, and we've been reading on our own. So like I said before, this is our 4th time in the finals, and last time we were co-winners. This time we want a clear-cut win. We hope to be the winners of the season 7 Junior Sharks competition, and we're bringing the trophy back home. Of course, the teachers, they've been so supportive. They've been teaching us so much, and we would not have gotten here without them, to be frank. And the school as well, they've been supporting us. They've been giving us resources to study about. Our friends, they've been all hyping us up, so that has obviously really helped. Well, first of all, congratulations, Angela, for reaching the finals. As a newbie, it does take a lot. But then we just want to say, bring your best, because we are bringing our best, and may the better team win.
Hello and welcome, and we finally made it to the finals of Sharks Season 7 Junior Edition. We have 2 teams vying to win the trophy this year. My name is Evelyn Japon. I'm going to be your hostess for this final. We're going to welcome the team from DPS, that's Delhi Private School. Please introduce yourselves.
Jeremy Balfour AG, Grade 9 Commerce.
My name is Mitchell Owari from Grade 9 Science.
Indrani Bhattacharjee from Grade 9 Science.
Arnar Pratap Man from Grade 9 Science.
Wonderful. That's the team from DPS. And their competitor school is from Anchila Primary and JHS. Please introduce yourselves.
Ifa Daniel.
Anita No Irem Naka.
Abua Jacob Nabintu.
Eduji Christine.
Wonderful. A round of applause for them. DPS, I think this is now your 4th time in the finals, and you've won 2 of them. So you're looking to take this home. But you've got some competitors, some serious competitors this season. So, Angela, you made it through right from the beginning as newbies all the way to this stage. We have 4 rounds standing between us and the trophy. The right corner round is 2 minutes, 8 questions, and your battle as a team is against the clock. If you're not sure, just say pass, and I'll come back to it if we have enough time in those 2 minutes to repeat. You get 1 pass per question. Are we all clear on that? Okay? The ballot was won by DPS, so you get the first set of 8 questions. Are we ready? Okay, so we're starting the competition. Right corner round, starting with DPS. Your first question, your time, starts when I read the first question. All right? Question 1. Name this narrow South American country whose capital is Santiago.
Pass.
For the points, name this South Asian island split between Indonesia and its namesake country.
Pass.
Give the name shared by a peninsula in Senegal and an island country whose capital is Praia.
Pass.
Name this rapidly drying up African lake which shares its name with a country governed from Jamena or Unjamena.
Pass.
Identify these personalities. The governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Pass.
The CEO of Cocoa Board.
Joseph Boahin Edu.
You are correct. The capital of the Oti region in Ghana.
Dambai.
Correct. The capital of the Bono East region.
Techiman.
Right, so we're going back to your passes. You've still got a minute. All right? Name this narrow South American country whose capital is Santiago.
Paraguay. Paraguay.
No, Chile I was looking for there. For the points, name this South Asian island split between Indonesia and its namesake country.
Brunei. Brunei.
Brunei is incorrect. I was looking for Timor. Give this name shared by a peninsula in Senegal and an island country whose capital is Praia.
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde is correct. Name this rapidly drying up African lake which shares its name with a country governed for N'Djamena.
Congo Basin.
No, it's not the Congo Basin. I was looking for Lake Chad. And your last pass, the governor of the Bank of Ghana is who?
Kwame Efie.
No, I was looking for Ernest Addison. That brings us to the end of the round for DPA. Right, we're moving on to you now, Anchila. 8 questions, 2 minutes. First question. Name this inland sea located south of Ukraine and north of Turkey.
Pass.
Name this small Himalayan monarchy whose capital is Thimphu or Thimphu.
Bhutan.
Bhutan is correct. Name this city which, unlike The Hague, is the constitutional capital of the Netherlands.
Amsterdam.
You're correct. Name this West African country which takes its name from a medieval kingdom ruled by Sundiata Keita and Mansa Musa.
Mali.
Mali is correct. Identify these personality. He's the deputy MD of ECG. Sorry, not deputy, the MD of ECG.
Pass.
Person. The Director General of SNIT.
Pass.
The capital of the Savannah region in Ghana.
Pass.
And the capital of the Western North region of Ghana.
Sefiriaso.
You're correct. We're going to your passes. You've still got a minute. Name this inland sea located south of Ukraine and north of Turkey.
The Kiev Sea.
No, it's the Black Sea we were looking for there. Your next pass. Identify the MD of ECG.
Pass.
You're passing. The Director General of SNIT.
Pass.
Passing on that. And the capital of the Savannah region.
Damango.
Damango is correct. That brings us to the end of the round for them. Right, so the MD of ECG is Samuel Dubrick Mahama, and the Director General of SNIT is Dr. John Ofori Tinkran. Okay? Right, so we're at the end of the first round. Let's see what the points table looks like at the end of the first round. Right, so at the end of round 1, Anchila JHS have 50 points, DPS 40 points. Right, moving swiftly on, we're moving on to the R-cubed round. In this round, we're looking at reading, writing, arithmetic questions. You pose the question each, and you answer the question. If you get it correct, you get 10 points. However, should you get it wrong, I deduct 5 points from you and pass it on to the other team for a possible 5-point bonus. If they too get it wrong, it's also 5-point deduction. So basically, main questions, 10 points, 5 points if it's a bonus, 5-point deduction if they get it wrong. Are we all clear on that? Okay? Before we move on, we have a newbie on the Anchila team. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Jasmine Kushika Ado.
Welcome, Akushika. We're going to start off with Anchila for the first question. This preamble is for both schools until I tell you otherwise. I'm going to give you the meaning of a word, a set of letters, and you've got to tell me what the word is. Are we clear on that? So the meaning of your word is a lack of energy or enthusiasm. Your letters are T. It's a scrambled letter, so you're going to tell me the word, right? So the letters are T, H, A, L, E, Y, G, R. What's the word, please?
Lethargy.
Lethargy is correct for the 10 points. GPS, same preamble. Meaning bad-tempered. Your letters are T, U, P, A, N, T, E, L. Bad-tempered. For the bonus?
Petulant.
Petulant is correct for the class 5. Right. Anchila. Same preamble. It's a synonym to commonplace. Commonplace. A synonym to commonplace. Your letters are R, E, T, T, I. Right, time's up. For the bonus DPS, care to try?
Pass.
You're passing as well. I was looking for the word trite. T-R-I-T-E. Okay? Same preamble. DPS. Meaning a poem of 14 lines. The letters are O, T, S, E, N, T, T, E.
The sonnet.
Sonnet is correct. Sonnet is correct. A new preamble going to Anchila. Choose the best synonym of the following words. Okay, so I'm going to give you a word. I'll give you some options, and you tell me what the synonym is. Your word is barbarian. A barbarian. Options: A, arrogant, B, impolite, C, uncivilized, D, unkind.
Uncivilized.
Uncivilized is correct for the 10 points. DPS, the same preamble. Your word is lethal. Your options: actual, deadly, trite, harmless.
Deadly.
Deadly.
Deadly is correct for the 10 points. Same preamble, Angela. Your word is serene. Your options: A, turbulent, B, meek, C, delicate, D, composed.
Composed.
Composed is correct for the 10 points. DPS, same preamble. Your word is gruesome. Your options: A, elated, B, painful, C, tempting, D, frightful.
Frightful.
Frightful. Thank you. Thank you. Right, the first of the maths questions is going to go to Anchilla, Primary JHS. All right, so all the maths questions is 30 seconds to attempt it. Are we ready? There are 6 yellow and 4 blue marbles in a bag. 2 marbles are drawn consecutively with replacement. What is the probability that both balls will have the same color? Your answers, possible answers, are 2 in 25, 6 in 25, 9 in 25, 12 in 25, or 13 in 25. 30 seconds, starting now.
13 on 25.
You are correct. 13 in 25. Right, DPS, your question. There are 6 yellow and 4 blue marbles in a bag. 2 marbles are drawn consecutively without replacement. What is the probability that the first is yellow and the second is blue? Your options are 6 in 25, 4 in 15, 4 in 25, 13 in 15, or 5 in 12. 30 seconds.
4 in 15.
You are correct for 10 points. Anchilla, your next maths question. The average age of 4 boys is 16. If one of the boys is taken out, the average age becomes 15. What is the age of the boy who is taken out? Is it A, 19, B, 18, C, 17, D, 16, or E, 15?
19.
19 is correct for 10 points. DPS, your maths question. Stephen dropped an average of 76 balls into 4 out of 5 baskets. How many balls must he drop in the 5th basket to bring the average number of balls dropped into all 5 baskets to 78? Is it A, 86, B, 84, C, 82, D, 80, or E, 78? 30 seconds.
86.
86 is correct for 10 points. Anchilla, your maths question. If today is Tuesday, 60 days from today will be what? Is it A, Sunday, B, Monday, C, Wednesday, D, Friday, or E, Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday is correct. Okay, DPS. 2nd March of a certain year is a Wednesday. What day of the week is the 17th of April of the same year? Is it Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday? 30 seconds. You have Sunday, Monday.
Sunday.
Sunday is incorrect, so I'm going to pass it over for the bonus.
Monday.
Monday is correct. Don't look so nervous. Okay, Anchilla, your last maths question of this round. If x is divided by 17, the remainder is 4. What is the remainder if 7x is divided by 17? Your options are 3, 4, 7, 11, or 14. 30 seconds.
11.
11 is correct. 11 is correct. Right, the final maths question of this round goes to DPS. If x is divided by 13, the remainder is 5. What is the remainder if 9x is divided by 13? Your options are 4, 6, 7, 8, and 11. 30 seconds.
6.
6 is correct for 10 points. Right, we're at the end of the second round. Let's see what the scoreboard looks like at the end of that round. A hard-fought round. Well done to both teams. At the end of round 2, Anchela JHS have 75 points, DPS 70 points. A point of correction before we move on. Question 14, DPS were correct, and I gave them incorrect. So their marks were adjusted for that. Okay?
G-Money, Obiara, G-Money. Yeah, better fall too high. Mobile money transaction, yeah, better fall too high. Yeah, G-Money. Yeah, better fall too high. Mobile money transaction, yeah, better fall too high. With G-Money on every mobile network, oh. B.I.G. Chatum with G-Money on every mobile network, oh.
G-Money, B.I.G. Chatum with G-Money.
We're going to move on to round 3, the STEM round. Before we do, we have a newbie on the DPS team. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Obrimpong Bwedi, grade 9 science.
Welcome, Obrimpong. Right, I'm going to explain the rules of the STEM round, round 3. I pose questions to both teams. Anyone can answer at any time. If they get it correct, it's 10 points. However, should they get it incorrect, they lose 5 points, and I offer it to the other team. If I'm still reading the question, I'll continue to read the question before I offer it over. Any incorrect answers in this round get a deduction of -5. Are we all clear on that? When you press the buzzer, you must speak immediately, otherwise I'll move it over to the other team. All right? Okay. So we start with the first of your 10 questions in the STEM round. What will be the effect on an X-ray passing through a region containing crossed electric and magnetic fields? Would it be A, the X-ray will be deflected by the electric field but not by the magnetic field? B, the X-ray will be deflected by the magnetic field but not the electric field? C, the X-ray will be unaffected by both the electric field and the magnetic field? Or D, the X-ray will be deflected by both the electric field and the magnetic field? DPS.
C.
C is the correct answer. Question 2. In thermodynamics, what is the name of the theoretical engine that is 100% efficient, meaning it can convert all heat energy into mechanical work? That is DPS?
Carnot engine.
You are correct. Whoa! Carnot engine. Question 3. What phenomenon describes the apparent change in frequency of a wave caused by relative motion between the source of the wave and the observer? That is DPS.
Doppler effect.
Doppler effect is correct. Question 4. What principle explains that a charged particle moving perpendicular to a magnetic field will experience a force perpendicular to both its velocity and the magnetic field? Is it A, the right-hand rule, B, Faraday's law of induction, C, Lorentz force, or D, Fleming's left-hand rule? A, B, C, or D? Yes?
Faraday's C.
Faraday is incorrect, and we are out of time. Did you ring the bell before? No, I didn't see that. Lorentz law we were looking for there, Lorentz law. Question 5. In special relativity, what is the term for the effect where an observer finds that a clock moving relative to them ticks slower than their own? Is it A, the Doppler effect, B, time dilation, C, length contraction, or D, Lorentz transformation? A, B, C, or D? Yes, Angela.
Time dilation.
You are correct for 10 points. Question 6. What phenomenon describes the splitting of a spectral line into several components in the presence of a magnetic field? Is it A, Siemens effect, B, Stark effect, C, Doppler effect, or D, the photoelectric effect? Yes.
Siemens effect.
You are correct. Siemens effect is correct. Question 7. When an egg is cooked, the clear liquid surrounding the yolk undergoes a transformation. This liquid, known in its raw state as egg white, turns into a white solid substance. This change is not just a culinary marvel, but also a fascinating scientific phenomenon. The scientific community has a special term for this substance commonly referred to as the white of a cooked egg. That is Angela.
Albumin.
You are correct. You are correct. Question 8. What is the primary component of natural gas used as a fuel source? Is it A, that is DPS?
Methane.
Methane is correct. So bring it louder for me, please. Louder, okay? Our penultimate question in this round. What is the name of the principle stating that increasing the pressure on a system is dynamic equilibrium will favor the...
Le Chatelier's principle.
You are correct. Great interruption. Very good interruption. Le Chatelier's principle. The last question of this round. What type of solid has a definite melting point and is characterized by a highly ordered arrangement of atoms, molecules, or ions? Is it A, an amorphous solid, B, a crystalline solid, C, that is...
A crystalline solid.
You are correct for 10 points. Oh. Right. That brings us to the end of the STEM round. So at the end of round 3, the STEM round, Anchilla JHS 25 points, DPS 60 points. Right, so we're now quickly moving on to the one-on-one round, also dubbed the G-Money round. In this round, any correct answer given by any school will get 150 Ghana for their G-Money wallet. And if you want your own G-Money wallet, *422# from any network will get your wallet set up. Are we ready? So this is the last round between us, and who goes home with the trophy? Okay, so in this round, please listen to the rules. You are going to be pitted against your own specialists. So English, maths, science, and general knowledge. 2 questions will be asked, potentially 20 points to be won, 10 points per correct answer. So we're going to start with our English specialist. May I have my English specialist move to the first lectern, and the rest of you, excuse me, please. All right, so we've got 2 questions. So I'm going to give you the spelling of the word with some gaps. I will give you the meaning of the word, and you've got to tell me the letters in the correct order that go into that word. Are we clear? All right, Mitchell and Akushika, let's go. Your word means visually attractive. Spelled -I-C-U-R-E-Q-U-E. Akushika.
P-T-S.
You are correct for 10 points. Your second question. Complete this analogy. Umbrage is to offense as A, confusion is to penance, B, infinity is to meaning, C, decorum is to decoration, or D, elation is to jubilance. That is Mitchell.
Elation is to jubilant.
You are correct for 10 points. Right, can I have my mathematicians up here, please? Okay, so 2 maths questions, 30 seconds per question. Your first question. If 3A is equal to 4B, what percentage of 4A is 3B? Is it A, 56.25, B, 75, C, 100, D, 133.3, E, 1...
75.
75 is incorrect. I'll continue. E, 177.8. You have 30 seconds, Arnav. Yes.
D.
D is incorrect. It was actually 56.25. Second question. If x and y are positive and 3x is equal to 8y, what is the percentage decrease from x to y? Is it A, 70%, B, 66.6%, C, 62.5%, D, 50%, or E, 37.5%? 30 seconds. Daniel.
62.5%.
You are correct for 10 points. Scientists up here, please. All right, so Educhi. Have I got it right? Educhi and Indrani. Your 2 questions start. First question. Consider the famous example of Homo sapiens, the scientific name for humans. In this name, Homo represents the genus, a broader category, while the second part of the name sapiens specifies the exact type within the group. Your task is to identify the taxonomical rank that sapiens.
Species.
You are correct for 10 points. Second question. These molecules are akin to skilled workers in a complex factory, each expertly speeding up a specific reaction necessary for the organism's survival.
Enzymes.
You are correct. Right, general knowledge. Okay, so we have Jeremy and Anita. So general knowledge questions, 2 questions. I'm going to put a photograph up on the monitor. So Jeremy, can you see that one there? Anita, that one there. You need to identify this late Ghanaian inventor who contributed to the development of fiber optics. Jeremy.
Thomas Mensah.
Dr. Mensah is correct. Right, second question. Again, can you see your monitors? You only need to give me the name of this 100-meter female world champion. Anita. No, I'm going to have to go. Took too long. Jeremy. Shikari Richardson. Beautiful running style she has. Exceptional. Excellent. Right, can the rest of the team join me on stage? Right. That brings us to the end of the 4th round, and therefore the end of the contest and the end of the championship. So let's see what the scores for the 4th round are.
G-Money, Obiara, G-Money. Yeah, bear 422, hey. Yeah, money transaction, papa. Yeah, bear 422, hey. Yeah, bear G-Money. Yeah, bear 422, hey. Yeah, money transaction, papa. Yeah, bear 422, hey. With G-Money on every mobile network, oh. Hey, B.I.G. Chatum with G-Money on every mobile network, oh.
G-Money, B.I.G. Chatum with G-Money.
At the end of the 4th round, the one-on-one round, the G-Money round, Anchilla JHS, 20 points and 300 Ghana cedi for your G-Money wallet. Delhi Private School, 40 points and 600 Ghana cedi for their G-Money wallet. Whoa! 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 Right, so that brings us to the end of the contest and therefore the end of our final. Let's see who goes home with the trophy. Right, so at the end of our junior finals, Anchilla JHS, 170 points. Delhi Private School, 210 points. I like it. Anchilla, hold your heads up high and be very proud. 170 in any other circumstance would have won you the final. But these guys seem to be on fire today. All right? So 210, very high scoring, exceptional work from them. But Anchilla, you have done exceptionally to be debutants. Excellent work. So that brings us to the end of Season 7 Sharks Junior Edition, and going home with the trophy for the second time and the fifth time in the final is DPS. They have fought a good fight, haven't they? To get this far. Well done to them. Well done to them. Right, so DPS are returning champions, and they're going home with the trophy. And Anchila, commiserations for exceptional work.
A round of applause for the candidates. You've done amazingly well. We'll just go ahead and do the presentation of awards. So the fourth place winner, they are winning a check prize of 2,000 Ghana cedis. They are taking away hampers from the Sharks team, also from G-Money and from our partners as well. Okay, fourth place from Dodowa, 3-time champions, Ghana Christian International High. Well done. Also, you take away the hampers from G-Money and also from the Sharks. Third place winners from Tema Life International School. Life International School. Well done. Now we move on to the individual awards. So best in English. Akushika, you get your special gold medal. Her percentage scoring in English is unbelievable. We move on to math. Very difficult one. We had to actually look at today's contest, and today's contest was virtually a tie between the two math titans. So we decided to give it to both candidates, Anav and Daniel. Yes, they get gold medal, Sharks branded bags. Now we move on to best in science, Indrani. All right, so we move on to the social literacy. Again, this was a very tricky one. So what we decided to do was to give it to the two candidates who we thought did very well, Nita and Michelle Oware. Now the final awards in terms of the individual awards for today, and that is for the overall best candidate. And the judges came up with Michelle Oware as the overall best student in this season Sharks quiz. There were times where he would take up English 101. There were times where he would take general knowledge. You see him answer some of the math questions, and it will help with the science as well. And so the judges decided to go with Michelle Oware. Second place, season 7, Anchila Primary and Junior High School. All right, so now 4-time finalists, 2-time champions of the Sharks Academic Quiz Competition, DPS International.
2024 Champions Junior Sharks Quiz.
Ghana's education sector has had checkered progress over the past several years. While school enrollment has increased across pre-tertiary levels, concerns have been raised about the quality of education in Ghana despite government investment in the sector. So who is to blame for the poor quality of education? The government, the teachers, or both? Those are but a few of the questions we asked tonight on Hot Issues. Tonight on the program, I sit with a teacher who has dedicated 19 years of his life to the service. He says government's failure to invest in teacher welfare and in priority areas are to blame for the current state of education in the country. My guest tonight is President of the Coalition of Concerned Teachers Association, King Ali Awudu. You're welcome to Hot Issues.
Thank you.
I'll start by asking you whether or not you were a happy and fulfilled teacher in Ghana, and why?
And happy and fulfilled, one aspect yes, another aspect no. A teacher is fulfilled when he impacts knowledge and then sees the students and pupils that he impacts knowledge to become renowned people in society. When you see them, you become so happy. Just about a week ago, I was going to a particular MSc in Ghana. I got there, there were so many people stranded. I didn't know where to pass and where to go. I was there when a security man came to drag me, said someone wants to see me. I went and it was a student I taught way back in 2007. He offered me a VIP service at no cost. You become fulfilled. I left the place so happy. At that aspect, many teachers become fulfilled on that. I believe your very self, if, for example, your class 1 teacher is still alive, should he or she sees you, you become fulfilled.
Indeed.
So at that aspect of it, teachers become so fulfilled. And in fact, it even goes to everybody who imparts knowledge. The other aspect on how we are remunerated and paid so that we can put bread and butter on the table is the biggest problem. And that's what we've been fighting for this while.
My guess is that resonates with the thousands of teachers across the country. So let's talk about it. What are those things in particular that do not make the teachers happy?
Basically, the teaching and learning environment. Some areas are a no. So there are some areas in this country, you go to the school setting and the school environment, then you are astonished as a Ghanaian if this setting is even qualified to be a classroom in the first place. And you will see a teacher there teaching without any extra remuneration. Teachers all over this country are underpaid. Currently in Ghana Education Service, the minimum requirement to enter into Ghana Education Service is first degree. So we are talking about graduate all out. As we speak, Ghana Education Service remains the largest institution in this country with the highest number of professionals, or let me say graduates. Teachers are putting in their all. Unfortunately, the energy we put in and the knowledge we are imparting to the future generations is not being remunerated today. At the end of it, a teacher gives his all and just leaves as a papa.
I see. You talked about the conditions where some schools find themselves. Government has always made the point about how it is improving infrastructure in the school. Do you not see that?
One biggest challenge we have in this country is when the politician target a particular segment and then try to channel all the resources to that segment. This government was key and is still key on senior high schools. So right from January 7, 2017 to date, the resources and the money that has been pumped into senior high school education If 20% of that had been pumped into our basic education, it would be a different story. So as we speak, not so much attention is being paid to the basic school. Even capitation grant, which is 10 cedis per child per annum, is not being paid. It's always in arrears. So the basic schools are not supposed to charge school fees. It's FQ, Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education. However, the resource that the state is supposed to give to these basic schools for them to run doesn't go on time, and sometimes doesn't go at all. And you know how government pays, how much government pays? Government pays 10 Ghana cedis per pupil per year. So
for basic school
for
education?
Basic school education.
From primary 1
to GHS 3. No, from KG.
From KG.
To
10 cedis a
10
day.
cedis per, it's not a
per
day.
student?
Per student, per pupil per year. That is what we call the
What are you
capitation
supposed
grant.
to use that money for?
That is the money the head teacher is supposed to use to run the school. That's the money the basic school teacher, head teacher is supposed to use to run the school. Unfortunately, this money, as small as it is, do not even come on time. And it is always in arrears. Now, this money is calculated and is supposed to be paid per term. But it doesn't come the way it should come.
The 10 cedis per year, per academic year,
Per academic
is
year.
supposed to be paid per term.
It's calculated. So, for example, if I have 100 people, that would be 1,000 cedis. That 1,000 cedis is supposed to be divided and paid per term, so that it will be used for the basic administration of the school. The money is just woefully inadequate. At the same time,
so that also tells me, and I'll have you continue, that also tells me that the higher the student population, the more money you would get to run the school.
Yes, the more money you get.
But does that math, on the ground, does that math work in managing the schools?
So for us, yes, to a larger extent. For example, if you have, let's say, 500 pupils, and you are supposed to organize end-of-term exams, and you are supposed to print the papers, you are printing for a 500 students. If I have 100, I'm printing for 100. Remember, per the FQ, the free basic school, the parents are not supposed to pay anything. The state is supposed to bear the total cost. But the challenge we have here is that government is not pumping in so much money as it is being pumped into the senior high school. When you come to the senior high school, for example, the feeding that is given to them alone surpasses the money.
The entire budget.
Surpasses the entire money that is supposed to be paid to pupils in basic schools per annum. So if you come to the senior high school, what I mean is that the amount of money government spends on feeding and other perishables per student per day is just like the money government spends per pupil per year in the basic schools. Recently, you heard about the government wish to establish smart senior high schools and the procurement of some 1.3 million tablets at the cost of about $320 million US for senior high school students. That's a lot of money, and there's nothing wrong with that. The schools must be equipped. But in every building, the foundation is key. If the people is not well brought up at the KG, not well brought up at the primary, not well brought up at the senior high school, at the junior high school, they will get to the senior high school deficient.
Indeed. Just hold your brakes there. Let's go back to those 10 cedis per annum per student, right? These monies are given to you as school heads to manage the school.
To manage the school per year.
Fantastic. What are the logistics that these monies go to purchase? Tell me what those are.
The money is supposed to run end-of-term exams, supposed to buy stationaries, maybe A4 sheets, maybe if you have printers, cartridges, those things. It's supposed to buy toiletries, I mean, you're supposed to buy cleaning agents.
Well, are the students not given prospectus anymore? We don't do that anymore?
No, that's the basic school.
Yeah, at the basic level.
At the basic school, they are not supposed to provide that.
Anything at all?
Anything at all. At the senior high school, some of those things are put in prospectus. And even that, the Ghana Education Service has now streamlined the prospectus to avoid senior high school head teachers overcharging and all that. But at the basic school, in fact, some of the basic schools, the locations in which they are, even if you ask a parent to bring one seed, they won't get it for you. They won't get it for you. Now, when you come to the basic school, we have the school feeding program. But the school feeding program is not given to all basic schools. It is some selected basic schools. There are some deprived basic schools that have even written to the gender ministry wanting to be included in the school feeding program, but have not yet gotten clearance.
Hang on, why? But I mean, this initiative is supposed to cover all basic schools.
No, right from the time it was introduced, from the time of President Kufuor, it has never covered all basic schools. It is supposed to cover basic schools that are actually deprived. But there are so many basic schools that are seriously deprived and are currently not on the school feeding program. But when you come to the senior high schools, because of the political will, every single senior high school, the boarders are fed 3 times for free. And the day students are fed once, 1 hot meal per day. So when you go to the senior high school, every single senior high school, if you are a day student, you'll be fed lunch. If you are a boarder, you'll be fed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But when you come to the basic school, where the pupils are young, they are little, that cannot stand hunger. When they are left to their own, they cannot even buy anything for their own. Rather, not every basic school is covered, but every senior high school is covered.
And what you're also saying is the fact that this covers some basic schools, but the very deprived ones is not covering. I don't understand that. Why is it the very deprived ones are not covered under the initiative?
This policy is not under the Ministry of Education. It's under the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection. I don't know the criteria they used to select. But during the time of President Kufuor, when it was first introduced, the idea is that it will be rolled out to even cover all basic schools. Unfortunately, that has not been done up to today.
You tell me you don't know why, but whose job is it to find out why?
For us, as union leaders, almost all the basic schools should have been hooked on to the school feeding program by now. The policy for which it was initiated.
I understand that. If government is not sending the school feeding program to certain schools, and as you describe them, deprived schools, whose job is it to tell government that these schools and these pupils here need a school feeding program?
Yes, as union leaders, we make all the advocacy. But as unions, we work with the labor laws. And the labor laws are such that the students or the pupils are not our members.
I agree.
Our members are the teachers. So, for example, if the school feeding program is not being provided for certain schools that we believe should have it, we cannot even declare an action on that. Issues that directly affect the teachers, we fight for. The others, we do strong advocacy to the necessary officers that are involved. But as I said earlier...
No, so I understand, right? I understand that. The head teachers who are supposed to be in charge of administration of these schools, shouldn't they be telling government?
There's a challenge there. Okay. You see, if you are the head teacher of a school, you are part of the general GES management. And a lot of the head teachers fear to make certain announcements, to come to the open. For example, no head teacher can come and sit here just and make this discussion with you. He will leave here and go, and his dismissal letter will be waiting for him. So the head teachers cannot come out and then make the necessary noise that they are supposed to make or call on government to do A, B, C, D, because they also want their job. It is we that will continue to make that advocacy. And what we are telling government is that the budget that is being spent on senior high school. Even if 20% is given to basic school infrastructure, we will have a different basic school in this country.
I see. Let's talk about how the condition or the state of our basic schools complicates your work as teachers. Talk to us about that.
Indeed, a teacher needs a lot of tools in order to be able to carry out the job that you are supposed to carry out. There are some schools in this country, you will go and there is only one teacher handling from class 1 to GHS 3 because no teacher even wants to go there. Last year, a member of my union died crossing the Volta Lake to go and teach on an island community. He died just like that. And the Employer Ghana Education Service, our Ministry of Education, there's no any form of insurance, there's no any form of extra compensation that will be given to his family or wife and kids that is left behind. So nobody wants to even go to those rural communities in the first place. GES will always post teachers there. But when they get there, in a matter of a year or two, they will find their way out. Because I cannot go and live in a place where there's no electricity, there is no internet, transport is a problem, no proper accommodation, nothing. And then I'll be paid the same salary and remuneration as somebody teaching in the heart of Accra. I'll also find a way and work out. But when